Yes.
Good day and welcome to TechD Cybersecurity Limited's earning call. We appreciate your participation as we review the company's operational and financial performance for H1 FY26 and outline our strategic direction. The purpose of today's call is to provide an overview of the company's progress and address questions from our investors and stakeholders. Please note that certain statements made during this call may be forward looking and are based on current assumptions. These involve risks and uncertainties, and actual results may differ. The company assumes no obligation to update these statements as except by law. We encourage participants to consider these factors and avoid placing undue reliance on forward looking information. Please note that this call is being recorded. Representing TechD Cybersecurity Limited today, we have Mr. Sunny Waghela, Managing Director and CEO, Mr. Khileshkar Sahu, CFO. I will now hand over the call to Mr. Sunny Waghela for his opening remarks. Following his address, we will proceed to the Q&A session. Thank you and over to you, sir.
Thank you, Siddhi, for the introduction, and thank you everyone for joining in. Our shareholders, our partners, our customers, and our well-wishers. Thank you for joining the earnings call for TechD Cybersecurity Limited. I, Sunny Piyush Kumar Waghela, MD and CEO of TechD Cybersecurity Limited, would like to happily inform you that we have recorded a substantial growth compared to our last year's H1, the year-on-year growth, which is almost 41% of the revenue growth is what we have recorded, with the substantial increase in the profit margins of the company, which has increased 49% compared to last year's H1 FY25. That shows our operational excellence. That also shows our ability to ensure to take this company to another level. And before I start, I would like to go through a small presentation which would actually give you a background of a company, because this is the first earning call post our IPO, and many of you might not be knowing what exactly are we doing in the cybersecurity. So I'll give you a very brief about a company, how we do, what is our business model, how we are growing, what is our operational excellence, and how we are ensuring, moving forward our margins, and at the same point of time, our company grows at the same pace. So we are established in 2017, but we carry 15 years of, experience into the cybersecurity. I started at a very early age as a digital forensic investigator with a couple of agencies, worked as a consultant for the government, and then I started my own company. We are ensuring from reactive to proactive cybersecurity services and solutions that we give it to our customers. Most of our customers are with us for last couple of years or last many years as well. So although 8+ years in the operations, defending the cyber attacks for the company, by FY2024-25, we were serving 370 plus customers, and right now we are serving 500 plus customers by H1, FY26 as well. Last year, we recorded a growth of 29 crore 79 lakh rupees with the EBITDA margin of 40.48%. That's also one of the good EBITDA margin compared to the industry, the median, which are actually in existence. We call ourselves into a category known as MSSP, which is Managed Security Service Provider. So most of our services start with the one-time engagement with our customers, and then we go ahead with the yearly engagement with a multi-year commitment with many of our customers as well. Currently, to give you a glimpse of the facts and the figures for H1 FY25-26, we have recorded a growth of 41% increase in the revenue in the H1 of this financial year compared to the H1 of the last financial year. 49%, is a PAT increase in this H1 compared to the last H1, which is standing at 6.36 crore rupees, and EBITDA is actually standing at 8.50 crore rupees, and our revenue is 18.18 18 crore 18 lakh rupees is the revenue which is actually recorded over here as well. The best part of a company is that we have a renewal rate of the customers, which is 95%. And yes, we have conducted a survey with our customers, and a net promoter score of the customer, which is coming out, it is also 95% plus. that showcase that customers are trusting us, customers are satisfying with our services, and at the same point of time, the customers are referring to other customers as well. Apart from our existing renewals, whatsoever we have done, we have 90 new customers we have onboarded in this H1, which is making a complete customers number, which is standing at 500 as well. Currently, I'm happy to inform you that by our RHP stage, we have submitted a certified, order book to the exchanges, which was standing at 29 crore. Currently, at this particular H1, we are standing at an order book of 40 crore rupees for this particular financial year as well. Uh, I carry the complete operations for the company, sales operations, as well as the other operations for the company. My father is also executive director, who is having 38 plus years of experience and basically ensuring on the financial part for the companies as well. We have Vishnu Priya. She is a director cybersecurity with 27 years of experience. Kileshwar, more than 10 plus years of experience. Nikhil Trivedi, 10 plus years of experience. Anna Mihir Trivedi is also working with us as an AVP for enterprise business, having more than 7 plus years of experience. Uh, just to give you a glimpse about our IPO, I'm extremely thankful to all our shareholders, all our investors for giving the best, the response for our IPO, which is subscribed or oversubscribed more than 700 times. That showcase that the trust and the excitement across all the investment types, and that also showcase that cybersecurity is not the future; it is the present, in this particular coming era. Uh, the fundraise total we have done is of 38.99 crore rupees through the fresh issue. And yes, the got listed at 90% premium, which is 366 rupee against the issue price of 193 rupees. And our share has been quickly hit, 5% upper circuit on that particular same day. Just to give you a simple, brief about our services, we are into VAPT services. So in a VAPT, we basically ensure that all our customers, uh, network, websites, IT infrastructures, and now OT infrastructures are also secured by we finding out loopholes as a hacker into their network, into their websites, and we showcase them. This is exactly what the loopholes we have. For VAPT, we have got customers starting from one-time engagement to starting from yearly engagement of the customers and managed services for the vulnerability management programs as well. Our security operations center is a 24 cross 7, 365 days a year operation center working in 3 shifts. This is basically securing all the customers proactively by 24 cross 7 monitoring into the customer's infrastructure. So what we need to do is we need to basically stop the hackers before hacker would be able to hack into the customer's infrastructure. MSSP services is a managed security service provider. We have got a lot of customers who are outsourcing their complete cybersecurity piece to us or a cybersecurity vertical to us, and the cybersecurity start with us and end with us. So we provide all vulnerability management services to compliance services to assurance services to security operations center services, and yes, the most important part is the governance services as well. We also provide cyber program management. So with many companies, with many RBI, SEBI regulated customers, we provide the cyber program management where we basically create a customized program for our customers and we give a customized program as per their compliance framework and execute the program on their particular customers infrastructure as well. What is differentiating tech defense? Because we have our hands and foots in the training vertical for last many years, and we are working with a lot of universities to create a cybersecurity talent. Let me tell you, there is always a scarcity about cybersecurity talent. Uh, the total number of cybersecurity professionals in India which are required are 3.5 million, but India is not even producing around 35,000 people, every year. Keeping that in mind, to create a cybersecurity talent, our legacy of experience into the education vertical, we are working with good number of universities and running their bachelor's and master's programs on the cybersecurity. So unlike the companies, other company where they have to recruit a resource, train the resource, and then they have to deploy the resource for doing any sort of a consulting or the services, our company is generating revenue from the resources as well. taking the share out of the universities for running the bachelor's and master's programs from the universities as well, creating large amount of talent, not only for our company, for the whole of a Bharat, and making sure that we contribute ourselves to this particular initiative of the university partnership by creating a lot of talent and making a factory for the talent as well. So that is actually helping us to make sure that we have a trained resource coming to our organizations and helping us with the right amount of services or the right quality of the services to our customers with a lesser cost as well. And a specialized services where we basically ensure that all our customers are secured by providing either a cyber insurance consulting or a red teaming services or setting up the lab establishment for many of the companies as well. This is a standard execution. I'll just brief it. We take the requirement from the customer, define the scope, do the planning, do the structured execution with tool and the services. We do the whole of execution. It can be either one time or it can be the whole of a retainership with a multi-year engagement is something that we are doing. Let me tell you, gentlemen, and we are right now working towards making sure to do a cross-selling and upselling to almost all our customers to ensure that all our customers are retained with us for with a multi-year of commitment and ensure that they execute almost all the pillars, and if not all the pillars, then certain pillars of the cybersecurity to our companies. It could be vulnerability management, or it could be security operations, or it could be compliance advisory services, or it could be the training or the awareness solutions as well. And with this, we are retaining our customers. We are successfully upselling and successfully doing cross selling to our customers. And this year we have added, apart from 90 logos is what we have added, there are close to 50 odd logos where we have converted customer from that one time engagement to our yearly engagement and a retainership as well, that increase our ARR, which is annual recurring revenue, and also the renewal rate, so that we don't have to put more effort on the cost acquisition of the customers, and the same customer would actually be with us for next couple of years as well. What is differentiating us? The second one is a talent factory or the talent pool that we already have. Second is our research work. So all our, the analysts are certified. All our analysts are having Hall of Fame registered with Fortune 100 to Fortune 500 company. We have been in the MSRC top 100 hackers in the world as well, for 2 years in this particular 8 years of our operations as well. So when we go to our customers and face a competition, we differentiate us saying that we have issued more than 100 plus security advisories. We have reported a lot of loopholes with Fortune 100 to 500 companies, and all our researchers are certified resources as well. The second, the thing which is actually again differentiating us, we are a certain empaneled entity. During our IPO, our certain empanelment was getting expired. But right now, let me are happy to inform you that we have successfully renewed our certain, which is Ministry of IT empanelment for next 3 years. That is recognizing us as one of the authorized cybersecurity auditor or a recognized cybersecurity company in India as well. Our achievement after IPO, we are SOC 2 Type 2 certified, because the object of our IPO to go global. But when you go global, we require SOC 2 Type 2 certifications to basically give a right set of trust for the global service excellence to our customers as well. As I stated, our 95% contract renewal rate is what recorded in H1. We are empaneled with so many exchanges, NSE, BSE. We are empaneled with MCX. We are empaneled with NCDX for SEBI regulated, audits which are conducted. So that is also one of the achievement I can actually give you. We added 90% new enterprise logos, for this. We got good number of awards. The latest award we have received recently is Viksit Bharat Leadership Summit as one of the best cybersecurity company in India as well. While the whole global cybersecurity, landscape is increasing, Indian cybersecurity is also projected to increase to almost $20 billion by 2032. And let me tell you, gentlemen, the data security protection regulations, which is like a blessings for all cybersecurity companies in India, and especially for the TechD as well, which actually mandates the security and privacy for many of the organizations, across India as well. The rules are already published 3 days back. And with the penalty enforcement after the deadlines are given by the DPDP rules, is definitely going to take the whole industry and going to take, TechD to another, level as well. We are positioning ourselves as a very niche player across the market. The two reasons why we are winning a lot of contracts, or two reasons we are making sure to go with the right speed and with the right scale, is a one is a cost and second is a speed. While other organizations, would take some time out to basically onboard a customer to SOC, onboard a customer to the whole of a vulnerability management program, we are achieving that excellence with the talent pool that we are already having, and we are generating from many of our universities as well, cutting down from 30 days of the onboarding to 5 days of the onboarding, that showcase our operational excellence, that our services are getting kick off on the 6 to 7 days as well. With respect to staff augmentation services, so customers are asking us, can you give us X number of resources for cybersecurity? While other company take good amount of time to provide them the right resources, we are here able to provide within the 15 days of the time window, and making sure that our billing starts from the 16th date of that particular time window as well. Let me tell you, gentlemen, we already started our R&D units, post our IPO as well, and we are trying to ensure to productize many of our services as well. Right. Currently, to see a long-term growth and a scalability, currently we are aiming at 40 to 50% growth compared to our last year. We are already expanding into the South India, East India, where we were having a lesser presence because most of our presence were in North India and the west of India. Right now, we already started hiring or hired already people to ensure that we have a greater sales presence in this regions as well. We already hired people in UAE, USA people are about to join, and we are kicking off from this quarter our the operations in the UAE and USA as well. Let me tell you, gentlemen, we already have got approval from our board to incorporate the subsidiary into the GIFT IFSC. GIFT IFSC offer the good benefit to tech and the finance companies. We got approval to register our entity. It will be wholly on subsidiary of the TechD Cybersecurity Limited, and it will be acting as our global entity for global operations for the global customers as well. We are targeting conversion of 40% of audit client customers into the managed services. So if a customer is getting only cyber audit, system audit, or a VAPT audit, or an assessment for us, what we are ensuring at giving a whole package to a customer with certain of a value added services, and making sure that it being retained and also go to a next level as well. We are also maintaining a renewal rate, or we have a target of maintaining the same renewal rate in this particular year of 95% in the H2 as well. We are again, making sure that targeting those regulated industries. So all the regulated industries are being targeted. Currently, out of 500 customers, 200 customers are SEBI regulated and RBI regulated or BFSI sector. So while we already have a 280 logos in the BFSI SEBI regulated customers, we are ensuring that can we dominate this industry by catering to more than 500 customers in this particular same region or not. So this is exactly the pace it's what we are going, and we are making sure to have a deeper partnerships with all the global OEMs, selected OEMs, but with the global OEMs to make sure that we go to a next level as well. Give you some heads up about some of the recent projects which we have won, which we have executed post our IPO as well. The company has executed, one of the critical infrastructure project with one of the largest conglomerate in India. And this critical infrastructure project is to basically test their largest, ever the renewable plant, the largest ever green hydrogen plant in India. And that is actually, is almost 1.5 of the project, half of which is already completed, built in H1, half of which is going to be completed in this particular December as well. The managed stock and application customer, which is a leading financial group, or you can say that an NBFC. Let me tell you, this is an upselling and a cross-selling of our customers we have done. Last year, we were only at 28 lakh rupees revenue with that particular customer. And this year, we have actually completely done the upselling, and it's a 75 lakh rupees of the value is what we are doing as well. So while we are ensuring that the customers are adopting the existing services which they have adopted in the last year, we are also making sure that, can we upsell and make sure to get the right amount of share for the customer budgets on the IT and the cybersecurity as well. Another global organization, IT organizations, is also renewed. They have taken another good amount of services like dark web, deep web, managed SOC, along with awareness services. And now we are talking on vulnerability management. So slowly, gradually, Whenever we are onboarding a customers nowadays, we are making sure that the right account managers in the respective regions develop the right amount of relations with our customers and take our company to a next level as well. As I said, currently we stand at 40.2 crore rupees is the order book, out of which 18.1 crore rupees is executed. So this year we are expecting almost 35 crore rupees of the contribution given by the enterprise business, and balance is given by the training segment as well. Coming back to another, which is a UAE customer. So while we are already onboarding a resource in the UAE, let me tell you, gentlemen, to make sure that it cannot be an overhead for us to get that resource and he go to market on that. We are making sure that with his existing account, can we able to close the business even before he joins us as well. We already got a contract of more than 3 crore rupees, out of which 2 crore rupees is already billed to that particular customer, which is uh, one of the largest edtech companies in the UAE. And yes, that is also making sure that our contribution in the whole of last financial year of international contribution, which was standing at 15%, this year in H1 we are at 21%, and in the coming years we want to make sure that in it will be at least 50% coming from the domestic market and 50% coming from the international market as well. Another strong government foothold. So government was always been a you can say that a lesser revenue contribution for tech defense, but right now our focus is going completely with the team hiring that we have done in the respective regions, and we have achieved good amount of revenue for the government institutions as well. That shows that we are tapping the other industries as well. What we need to understand are operational margins, because if you have looked at our H1 figures, we have actually cut down on certain of our expenses as well, right? By recruiting or by taking a lot of people from our university partnerships, ensuring their facilities are also used as our consulting centers to make sure that we maintain our operational excellence, and we maintain our margin or rather expand our margins as well. Let me tell you, we have got standardized processes right now, post our IPO or during our IPO process, we were actually setting up a right set of project management systems, which would actually go from macro to micro level, do a PNL, mapping for all our projects. So whenever any project comes, we ensure that the projects are to be completed with that sort of a margin. And that's how we do a right set of, the resource deployment. If the projects are not working or the details are not coming from the customers or something is a blocker, we immediately move out of that resource or reshuffle that resource, so that we make sure that we do a right predictable delivery with the right governance and reviews, right? So that it becomes a cost efficient delivery as well. So this is a, the automation or the SaaS management system that is already being set up to ensure that we leverage the recurring revenues with the smaller amount of the money that is being spent, and we achieve that same sort of a margins and expand our margins as well. Also, we have done a controlled hiring right now and reduce our bench as well. As you must be knowing that we were having the Global Security Operations Center as one of the object of our IPO. And let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be a game changer for TechD cybersecurity, right, in the coming time, because what we are creating in Ahmedabad at a lesser cost is, we are creating one of the largest ever facility, state of the art facility in India, which will have three sort of SOC in that, which is IT SOC, OT is plant SOC. So we are going to monitor a lot of companies' plant as well. Vehicle SOC. So as you know that there are driverless cars, unmanned vehicles, unmanned drones. There are smart vehicles, and every single vehicle is now connected over the internet. We have done successful POCs with couple of organizations, and what we are going to set up in next another 6 to 7 months is a vehicle SOC to monitor all the smart vehicles, and this is going to be one of its first kind connected and an autonomous vehicle security hub of India. What we wanted to make sure to differentiate when a customer visit our operation center or a global capability center, which is our global SOC, is an experience zone. So the customer should get the right experience of the products, services, and the right experience of what we are trying to sell it to them. That means if we really want to get a customer and convince them to monitor their power plant, we will actually basically showcase what are the risks to that power plant, how we can secure the power plant, what are the attacks can happen, and all this is going to happen automation, and all this is going to happen live and in hands-on so that the customer get a feel of how my power plant or how this power plant can be hacked. And this is how the TechD can able to secure. So we're creating one of the first experience zone of Gujarat, and you can say that a second or third experience zone across India, to make sure that it gives a real life demo or real life hands-on experience and a real life world simulation, so that they can get a feel of hacking and a security as well. And yes, we are setting up our training delivery center. We already forged MOU with Kaushalya, the skill university, to train around 10,000 students for our certification program and a credit exchange program. And we are also expecting the bachelor's and master's MOUs with them. It is a government recognized university of the Gujarat, but all the students are going to study at our place as well. So what we are trying to create is the first of its kind, the operation center or a capability center, while we are training resources as well, generating the revenue from them as well. We are using the same resources for our delivery to ensure that the students, or the right set of professionals are being built on that particular, global security operation center as well. This is a glimpse of the Global Security Operations Center is what we are trying to create. It is again one of its first kind. The largest ever facility is what we are creating in Ahmedabad, in Gujarat, in the heart of Ahmedabad on a new Science City road as well. We have set a vision for our 2030. Currently, we are tapping around 4 countries to ensure that we have a presence in this H2 in 4 countries. And, our gift entity would become operational to ensure we would be serving all this particular 4 country through our entity. But our vision is to go to around 10 plus countries to ensure that it covers USA, UK, Luxembourg, UAE, Kenya, South Africa, Mauritius, Singapore, Saudi Arabia. And our vision is to cater to around 2,000 customers and enterprise customers, which an average ticket size of 1 crore rupees in next another, 50 lakh to 1 crore rupees in next another couple of years to come as well. TechD wants to enter into the global league of fastest growing global cybersecurity company from Bharat, and we are aiming to do a revenue scale up to 80 to $100 million in next another 5 years to come as well. Currently, we are not a product company. We are a pure play into the services company. But as I said, we already started R&D verticals. We already forged MOU with other companies as well, which is already there in our RHP. And what we are trying to do is, through either technology transfer or through either possible mergers, we are creating our proprietary products. So you can expect our other proprietary products, which is on AI powered threat intelligence product, vulnerability management product, our security operations center product in the coming time as well. So we do not want to depend much on the OEM partnerships, although they are deeper, they are exclusive partnerships, but we wanted to have our own products so that we make sure that product along with the services and a 360-degree approach is what we can adopt as well. We always wanted to have our hands and foots in the training vertical, because training vertical is again a cash rich vertical. Apart from cash rich vertical, it's a high margin vertical for us, generating not less than 55% to 60% of the net margins for us. And that is why we have aimed to tap around 50 to 70 universities in the coming time to run their undergrad and postgrad programs on the cybersecurity, and creating a workforce of not just 6 to 7,000 people right now, what we have in different universities, but more than 1 lakh professionals that we should be training across all these universities as well. Also, we have a plans to acquire niche product companies, which are in other DSPM, which is data security, posture management, DevSecOps, and OT security, which is operational security, to become the market leader in those verticals by 2030 as well. So this is about, a snapshot of our H1, and over to you, Siddhi, and over to the audience to open this floor for the question and answer sessions. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, sir, for a very detailed presentation. We will now begin the Q&A session. Participants who wish to ask a question are requested to raise their hand. To ensure we accommodate as many questions as possible, we request each participant to limit themselves to 3 questions at a time before rejoining the queue if needed. We'll take the first question from Mr. Miten Shah.
Yes, we need to bring it on the screen. Can you hear us, sir?
Miten sir, can
Hello,
you hear
am I
us?
audible?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, you're audible, sir.
Yes. Okay, fine. So thanks for giving me opportunity and congratulations for great set of numbers and getting listed on the stock market. So my first question would be like, we reported more or less 49% of margins, okay, in this quarter. Is this the best that we could expect, or could there be any improvement going forward?
So currently, the one cost which is going right now is all to the OEMs we are dependent on. As I said, we started with our R&D verticals. As I said, we are already working towards doing the possible mergers with other companies, and also ensuring that through tech transfer, which is technology transfer from other companies outside India, to bring in a technology so that we do not dependent on must only and only OEM technologies, right? And we ensure that that revenue also should come to us, right? So you can expect moreover the same or increase in the margins of this.
Sure, sure. So the second question be like, one of our vertical happens to be vulnerability management. So
Correct.
I would like to know, if a company like Tech Infosec, are they our peers? And if yes, how do we differentiate ourselves with them?
So currently, when I say a vulnerability management for our customers, right? No customers is just look to get only an automations of the product. The customer needs to have the resources who basically adopt a hybrid approach to identify the vulnerability, remove the false positives, do some manual testing on those particular part, run the program, coordinate with their vendors, patch all the problems, again reinitiate the whole of the testing on those particular part. So we are ensuring that we give a tool, that is one, and at the same time we give a resources, that is number two. Right. So while we are giving out a tool, there is a license cost. We are giving out a managed service, so there's a resource cost, and then there is a support cost that we also give, and then there's a governance cost. So if the customer is looking out for or a larger customer which has 200 applications or the infrastructure of more than 10,000 computers, right? That customer would not just be dependent on one single product to run their vulnerability management program. They require amount of resources or a handsome amount of resources to ensure that we end to end run the program and give an ownership, sorry, take the ownership and give the peace of mind to our customer. So our role is as a managed security service provider to give a peace of mind and a threat-free business to our customer.
Sure, sure. And the last question would be like, as of now, like we have a totally of 40 crore order book, out of which 18 is already built. So when
Correct,
do
sir.
we expect to close the remaining balance up? I mean, or when are we expecting to close this by?
Sir, apart from order book, we also have a substantial sales pipeline. I would like not to, because it's not a certified one. We do not like to comment on those sales pipeline, but uh, uh, we are expecting that order book would be closed in this financial year.
Sure. Thanks a lot for giving opportunity. I will again wait in the queue as I have more questions. I'll give opportunity for others as well as of now.
Sure, sir.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Thank you. All right. Somebody has joined in from, I think, a call. They can ask a question.
Hello.
Yes, we can hear you, sir.
Hello. Yes, sir. Good evening, sir. So my first question to you is, so you had mentioned that for you to convert any order, your edge is the cost efficiency and the speed by which you can convert any order, deploy your services. So could you just elaborate a bit on that?
Absolutely, sir. I can actually name the customer as well because the orders are very well uploaded on NSC recently on that. The customer was with one of the big fours, and we were managing a vulnerability management for one of the largest NBFCs in India. And the customer has asked us that can you handle our security operation center? So when you want to enable the security operation center, you basically need to integrate all the devices across all the group level companies, onboard their server, firewall, routers, switches, all components of the IT infrastructure. And while other companies takes some amount of time to onboard all of that, because you have to understand, you have to talk to all group level, IT heads and then the vendors to basically get this working. we ask customers that we'll be sending a team of not 2 people to onboard, right? But we'll be sending a team of at least 5 people to onboard. But we require your support to get this onboarded within 5 days of the time. Only the mandate is required from your side to get it done, right? What our 5 people have done, went to all 5 locations and onboarded customers on our security operations center. And we started getting logs on our security operations center, within 3 days of the time window. Now, when I say 3 days of the time window, right, I can immediately start triggering the policies, immediately start triggering the security incident to our customers, right, after 3 days of the time itself. So this is why we are winning a lot of orders. The same goes with, the critical infrastructure assessment order that we have received from a customer, which is the largest conglomerate. While we received the order, the customer's apprehension was that somebody would come, analyze my plant, look at my plant, deploy the solutions, deploy the manpower, would take at least 15 to 30 days of the time. But sir, why we are already having the surplus of the resources, already having the right amount of resources, right? In our, other partner universities as well, we are ensuring that there is a team of experienced resource, right, that goes along with this resource, which basically ensure that the right set of warriors are, more to make sure that we win the fight and we win the game, during the short span of time itself, right? So this is how I can elaborate your question. I hope I answered your question.
Yes, yes, sir. That was very helpful. So also to the follow-up, you have mentioned that, you are partnered with 70 to 80 universities, and one of the latest announcement is that you have a tie-up with Kaushalya Skill University. So, sir, I'm sure you are able to generate a lot of, talent pool from these partnerships. Also, you are able to generate some revenue also from this. So, sir, going forward, do you see an increase in your revenue percentage from this? And also, what would be the conversion, sir, if you're training so many people, and, you're generating so much talent? So how many could you actually employ in your company? And, what would the growth be from that for your company?
That's a very interesting question, sir. You have asked. So the to correct you, 70 to 80 university is the target that we have set for Vision 2030. That by 2030 we'll have an association with 70 to 80 odd universities. Currently, with our 7 universities associations, what we are already training 6,000 professionals across all our universities. They are doing their bachelor's and master's programs on their particular cybersecurity. Number one, is the student going to work for us post completion of our, the engineering? No, the answer is absolutely no. We are making him employable, or rather giving him an apprenticeship, which is our internship during the third year of the engineering itself. So what we are making sure to cut down the the learning time, because for student it becomes so much of boredom to go and attend those classes, and for all 4 years we're making sure that he start working for us or start working as an intern during the third year of the time itself, right? Currently, we are utilizing the facilities given by universities. We already have facility, in Parul University, which is more than 6,800 square feet facility, which we already have, is a consulting facility which we have created so that the student get the hands-on knowledge. We get the right amount of talent. The talent also generate a revenue for us. We also absorb that talent post they complete their, internship, or rather 6 months before we initiate the pre-placement offer, they join us and they be with us for next another 1.5 year itself. So but yes, to answer your question, I cannot give you a number, but we are getting the best guys from all this university working for us, and rest we are
Okay,
making sure
okay, so
that
yes, so
they'll
that
be
helps.
employed or they'll be placed in some other companies. Yeah.
Okay, okay. And, sir, my final question, I know it's very early to ask, you have just recently set up your R&D vertical, sir.
Correct.
So how much time would it actually, realistically it would, or you have targeted for you to develop your own product that you had talked about? And will this product will, solely be sold by you, or would you be willing to, offer this license or product to, other companies that can sell it forward?
Absolutely. So to answer the question, one, this R&D unit is already set up. The first, the product will be coming as a technology transfer, or rather a joint IP. Um, we have already signed the MOU with country, one of the company based out of Russia. and they are trying to ensure to get this particular product in an Indian continent. They are uh, almost $200 million ARR company based out of Russia, listed cybersecurity companies in Russia. They are coming through an exclusive route to us, of the information of which is already there in our RHP. We already signed up the agreement during our RHP stage. And right now we are at an advanced stage of finalizing the licensing terms and the commercial terms. And also we are ensuring that this will be routed through a channel partner ecosystem in India. So if a customer is coming directly to us, we'll be selling that as well. We'll also be creating other SIs, enabling other SIs so that we don't have to put a lot of sales effort. The SI team, by training their employees, would put the sales effort and get the leads and other things for our customers as well. So the products like network detection and response, the product like OT SIM is definitely you can expect in this particular quarter.
In this quarter. Okay. And sir, could you just repeat the name of the company that you mentioned?
Positive Technology, and details of which is already in the RHP. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So thank you so much, sir. I'll join back in the queue and all the best, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. We'll take the next question from Mr. Abhay Kulkarni.
Hello, Sanji. Congratulations on the successful IPO and a great set of numbers. So my question is related to the average revenue per client. So like our company has around 500 clients, and like if I just do the raw math, around 35 crores of revenue, it is coming around say 6 lakh per client, and the retention rate is quite high. So which is good compared to our listed peers. So look, so how are we? What's the number we are looking at going forward, and um, what sort of ticket size on content we are aiming for?
Okay. So Abhijit, to answer your question, there are two set of customers we are serving right now. The one set of customer is SME customers who has got some limited budget of it. The second set of customers is an enterprise customers. They have, I would say that the substantial budget for this, and provided the DPDP has come into a picture right now, I have seen those enterprises taking some spatial budget from their management to make sure that they comply with DPDP even before the deadline as well, right? But yes, that very good that you calculated, and I was supposed to, touch upon. I was expecting this question as well. Coming to the 6 lakh rupees of the average ticket size, we want to ensure that can we take it to at least 10 lakh rupees in next another 1 year of the time from all these customers or not, right? But yes, 10 lakh is a very minimum size that any even SME customer or a mid-sized customers or an enterprise customer can easily pay for cybersecurity services and other products as well.
Thank you, Sanji. And just
Thank
a
you.
follow up, like the what kind of traction that you are looking in the industry? It's related to the DPDP Act, and how are the companies positioning? And is the Indian market uh, is
Okay. So, Mr. Abhay, to answer your question, as far as the DPDP is concerned, till the rules were not published, people were not taking it that seriously. But the moment the rule is published, we as a certain impaneled entity, we are ensuring to do an assessment first, which is an impact assessment or a privacy assessment first. And then there is a huge potential for managing their services as a virtual data protection officer or end-to-end data security posture management services is already there. And for which, Mr. Abhay, we have already got one of the contract by the CDSL Ventures, which is the largest KYC industry in India, and that order is one of the substantial order, and the logo is very substantial logo for us and a case study for us to go to our customers. So right now we are able to close many customers with one of the largest KYC agency is now with us and giving us a complete managed services for their data leakage protection and a data security posture management, which is connected very well with the DPDP rules as well. I hope this answers your questions. Can we take a next question? Yeah.
We'll take the next question from Mr. Narendra.
Hello, sir. Congratulations, first of all, for the good numbers and for the successful IPO, sir.
Thank you.
Sir, my question is that as your expansions is, I go through your presentations, you are doing so much expansions. So, is there any fundraise is necessary in the future in upcoming 1 or 2 year?
Sir, as of now, we do not see any sort of a fundraising for next at least 2 years of the time. Post that, we'll think of doing so. But with our gift entity is also now coming into a picture, having our international revenues. We'll see based on our, the expenses based on our OPEX and, our future growth as well. Yeah.
Okay. And sir, my second question is from total 40 crore order book, 18 crore order book is already executed. So would it be
Correct.
considered for second half year session or it is already executed in first half year?
Sir, the total order book, as I said, as on RHP was 29 crore. Rest, we have received it post our IPO that you can see it on, we uploaded good number of orders on NSE as well. So out of which 18 is executed from the older one. Right now, we are ensuring to execute the rest of in the H2 as well.
Okay. Thank you very much, sir. And
Thank you.
wish you all the best for your future, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. We'll take the next question from Disha.
Hello,
Yes,
am I audible, sir?
yes.
Yeah, so just a couple of questions from my side. So, in your Vision 2030, we've mentioned that we're targeting 80 to $100 million revenue. And like in FY25, we've done around 30 crores, and this year we're targeting like 40 to 50% growth. So, how would the scale up be like? What will be the revenue trajectory look like from like FY27 onwards?
Very good question. So, Disha, we have not yet full-fledged started our, the international operations. As I said, people are already hired and people are in the process of joining in USA and UAE, right? So that is, already there on the plan. So, at the same point of time, we are expecting the, revenue split between India and domestic market in the next financial year, which would be around 50-50. But when you target a domestic revenue, it has a lesser ticket size of the revenue. When you have an international revenue, as I discussed, one of the case study of our, which is a tech company, the order book itself out of that company is 3 crore, and we have executed 2 crore and built that particular 2 crore revenue. So there's a substantial, difference between the domestic ticket size and the international ticket size is that. Uh, we just got our proceeds in the 22nd of, I got our IPO and listed on 22nd of September. So we are ensuring to use that to go to different territories and get those particular, revenues for that. So coming back, once it is going to have the right international setup, which is done, you can expect that it would go 60 to 70%, or maybe around 100% in the coming years to follow.
So we're expecting like around 100% growth from like FY27 onwards. Could that be a fair
Absolutely.
assumption?
Because we, by that, will not be only and only a service company. We'll have certain of our products, as I stated, coming on our company as well.
All right, all right. And so we mentioned that, hello,
Yes.
am I audible?
Yes.
Yeah, so we mentioned that we'll take up the export mix to 50-50. So what sort of margins do we see in the export business? Because I'm assuming those margins will be higher.
Those margins would be higher, but at the same point of time, those margins also has the cost which is aligned to it as well, right? But as I said, I'm connected very well with the academia ecosystems, and for at least L0 and L1 resources, right? We are ensuring to cut down that cost by getting them from the third year of the engineering itself. The Cyber Valley, which I have just explained, or the Global Capability Center pictures that I have just shown, it is a facility that we are creating. Initially, we were creating a 400 people facility. Now we are creating a 600 people facility. Out of 600, you can expect good amount of our, the third year or fourth year and, the after that final year, the another freshers, would be coming and, doing that as well. So for the market, it might be a fresher. For us, it is a 2 years experience guy. And let me tell you, Disha, we do not underestimate the power of interns. We do not underestimate the power of the undergrad students, because if you've seen the largest hack which has actually happened across the globe, the people who are securing the system might be a lot of experienced guy, but a 16-year-old guy sitting somewhere in the garage is hacking somebody's system, right? So we are ensuring to create those sort of a mindset from their engineering itself, so that they give a good amount of fruits, but also make sure to have a lesser cost to it, because for them it's all about learning for and ensure that they go uh, uh, they become that the right warriors in the coming time as well. And for us, we are making sure that we get revenues and we deploy them to deliver our services as well.
But so like any sort of number you like to put like on the EBITDA margins on the export, for any like sort of number you like to put in.
See, we'd like to make sure to maintain this margins.
So the 49% margins that we've done in this first half, we're confident
Yeah.
of maintaining this in the second half as well.
Yeah, absolutely. With Cyber Valley coming into a picture, and a lot of people are going to be deployed over there. For me, it's going to be like a showcase for our customers to get more revenue from our customers and make sure to execute at a lesser cost.
All right, all right. Thank you, sir.
Thank
That
you.
will be it from my side.
Yeah.
Thank you. We'll take the next question from Yash Jain.
Thank you for conducting this con call and thank you for management. My question would be, as TechD is starting its operation in globally, so in India they are uh, conducting university training, corporate training. So in globally they are planning for conducting this training or university learning to trained students.
That's a very good question, Yash. We already started putting our efforts with showcasing our case studies of what we are doing in India. In Africa, we already started talking to a couple of people, but because I have not included in the slide because things are not yet materialized, so I'd not like to give any sort of a forward-looking statement on that. But countries like Uganda, countries like Kenya, they basically ensure that they trust Indians, and they're pretty open to welcome Indians to have a strategic partnerships with them as well. So in the coming time, you'll see some of the partnership forged not only with universities in India but across the globe as well.
Okay, one more question. Actually, in this IPO, TechD has taken money for the investment in HR, human resource management, but rather than spending on increasing sales or upgrading any services, it would be better for having a good sales rather than putting investment on HR. What's were the plan for putting investment a lot of amount in human resource planning?
It is not a human resource planning, it is an investment in the human resources. So when I say investment in the human resources, it could be a sales resource that we will be taking, it could be a delivery resource, it could be any other resource. And the proceed that we have or the fund that we have raised is to basically ensure to have a senior resources in the sales, pre-sales, and a delivery and in operations, from this particular preset. Rest all are going to be from our internal accruals itself, right? So to correct you, it's an investment in the human resource. So it could be sales, it could be pre-sales, it could be delivery on that part, right? And different continents.
Yes, and just like manufacturing company, asset is the main part, and for us, for a service company, our main asset is the employees. So we want to invest on employees so we can grow more.
Thank you. And one last, the cash conversion cycle of TechD is 153 days, but other competitive has 80 days, 85 days. The average is 80 days. So why there is so much differences in cash conversion cycle?
Okay, so I believe what you have been talking about is the last year, the cycle. We have done a lot of improvements in this particular current year as well. Reason behind it, because we are in an MSSP space. While in an MSSP space, I give my vulnerability management, I give my SOC services, I give my, other of the services. The customers are also looking for some sort of a compliance certificates or a certificate as a certain empaneled agencies as well, which is to be updated to the regulatory bodies as well. So many a times it happens that we basically bill our customers, but we used to get revenues, post certain of the milestones or certain of the things which are hitting that particular milestone, whether to submit that report to SEBI or submit that report to NSE. So that's the reason it was actually there. But now in the managed services, we have defined a very simple and we have defined a very straightforward mechanism that while we are going to give a managed service, there's a license cost attached to it. So you have to pay that license cost in advance. That's number one. Number two is for all other services that we are giving. Let's say there's a calendar of the 10 services we are making. The moment the calendar is executed, you will have to pay either based on the milestone or you have to pay quarterly or a monthly at the end of the month, right? So this is what the changes that we have already done to make sure that we maintain our cash flows and have a positive cash flows on this.
All that from my side. Thank you.
Thank you.
And congratulations for your great IPO, your great numbers, and I hope we will see in future same.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. We'll take the next question from Imran.
Can you unmute? Because you're on mute, I guess.
Imran, so you're there? In the meantime, we'll take the next question from Mr. Maruti.
Hello. Hello. Am I audible?
Yes,
Yes.
you're audible, sir.
Yeah. Firstly, congratulations on great performance, great set of numbers. So, first question is regarding the daters. Just to carry forward from the previous participant's question. So, next 6 months or 1 year down the line, what is the data in terms of number of days we can expect?
See, we are working on that. I mean, I know the cash conversion is very low, and I also know that data days are high. But we are working on that to minimize this and to get as Sir Sunny sir had mentioned that we will align our services with a license. So they have to pay in advance for the license, and we try to manage and try to make them payment on the milestone basis or mostly on the basis of the quarterly, so we don't have to go much crunch on the cash, and we are
So, can
positive about
we
that.
can we expect maybe like a 60 to 90 days of data days?
I believe so.
uh,
Would not be committing
I,
on 60 to 90, but I believe 90 would be a right number that you can expect on that
Yeah, yeah.
part.
No, I'm
Reason
not
behind it
asking for
because
commitment.
yeah,
Yeah,
correct.
please go ahead. Please go ahead.
So reason behind it, sir, I'll give you a very simple example. I think a real life example would connect, on that part. Almost a good number of SEBI related entities, for which the resilience framework is a mandate to be completed, right? While we are giving them a services, sometimes what happened is that uh, the regulator also changes a deadline. So when there's a deadline which is changed or which is extended, the customer goes on a cold mode stating that I have this service which is taken from you, the PO has been issued, but what I would be doing is I'll complete this milestone not by month of December, but I'll do it by month of March, right? For all these customers, what we have done is we have given a small discount to this customer with some add-on services. We are going to train your people. We are going to do some sort of attack simulations. We are going to have this X services for free, and we'll have a customer gathering. So we started doing a couple of customer gathering for which you can go to our LinkedIn. You will find a lot of customer gatherings is what we started doing in different regions. And those account managers are meeting those customers to ensure that avail this discount, which might be a very nominal discount, but do not hold it, do not make sure complete it before that particular deadline, right? Because the customer is always like, my if my deadline is of 31st of March from 31st of December, although your work is done, everything is done, but I'll get my acknowledgement and I'll make my own payment on that part. So we are ensuring that give some discount, convert it into a milestone basis, or rather take the license fee first and then other fees on the managed services portion of it.
Got it. Got it. Got it. So is it the case in both for SMEs as well as the enterprise customers as well, right? In both the
Yes,
cases,
sir.
we are facing this.
Sir, yes, both the cases, sir.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
My second question is regarding the future. Like, uh, the enterprise. When we talk of enterprise customer, we are talking of customers, who are going to give us big orders, who are already,
absolutely.
big in their business.
Absolutely, sir.
So, I'm just asking from a layman perspective that if somebody is running a company which is like doing a turnover of 100 crore or 200 crore, then I'm sure that he might be having some kind of cybersecurity arrangements already in place, right? Somebody will be doing it in his company, right?
Uh,
So,
uh, yes, sir. Please, please.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
So,
Complete
so
person.
my question is that how we are going to, uh, get those kind of customers in the beginning? Because if a company is already having a proper cybersecurity setup and they have already attained a certain level in terms of their turnover, profits, and all, so will it not be difficult for anyone, not only for us, but for the other company as well, to enter into that space or to get some revenue from that customer's pie? How we are going to do it?
Sir, to answer your question, there is always a maker and a checker funda when it comes to the cybersecurity. The companies would like to have their IT personals. There are companies who are having good, let's say 100, 200, 300 crore turnover, right? And have a good, the margins. They might thinking of having their own cybersecurity people. But cybersecurity is a one piece that most of the people does not like to have their own people managing their. They may recruit a CISO, they may recruit a VP to ensure that they do a whole of a governance and they give an assurance to a right set of management and the board of directors of that particular company if it is a listed company. But the checker has to be different because they always wanted to have a third party view, right, when it comes to either a risk management or when it comes to either a vulnerability management or whether it is coming to anything. I've seen companies, those who are actually managing on their own, they got breached and now they are actually moving to a vendor approach because the vendor will actually give you a right or independent, the picture rather than you always see a green flags in your organization until you have a red flag, which is your breach, which is coming right now. It could be you can talk about one of the largest, the crypto exchanges which got breached or some of the largest companies which has got breached. Sometimes a lesser vendor approach or not having the vendor is always going to have a issue with them. So checker and maker are always going to be different, and we are already tapping those companies. We are already tapping those companies. What we are trying to do, like I give an example, we had tapped one of the recent startups. Those are into a the medicine delivery right now. While they are into medicine delivery, the talks are already on right now. We are telling them, boss, your internal systems or your internal things is not going to have a right, you can say that, an output. Then what we get is we get an efficacy assessment of that particular organization. Efficacy means you have to check the efficiency of whether the guys are working or not, whether the processes are right or not, is there any flaw in the technology or not, right? And once that efficacy would come into a table or come on the table, right, the customer understands that, hey, this is what I'm not getting a visibility onto, and I need to go to this vendor because the vendor has actually shown me my all open doors, and we can actually do that, right? Other time we take a consent from the customer and we basically penetrate them. So we take a consent that if you are sure that nobody is going to hack you or nobody can do a breach on you, you give us a consent, and maybe in another week's time we can come out with a report of what can go wrong with your organization. So we are already tapping by using such strategies and going forward with onboarding them as a customers as well.
Great,
Yes,
great.
and I also want to add the point that as you mentioned that they can be a hire a internal team, just like in a limited and private limited company, there is a companies that mention of they have to must internal audit team. So that doesn't mean that they don't need an external auditor or they doesn't need any statutory auditor or tax auditor. They always need an external auditor to reassure their means risk management, to reassure their programs, to reassure their internal team is working properly. So that just like that, they also need a cybersecurity external team, or may just like us take TechD to reassure that there, if anything happen, we are here to help them. We are here to manage their risk, and we are always here to comply with the problems if anything happened in a cyber area. So that's why this is just like function of means many people organization had internal team, but still they hire organization which can help on their internal team also, and which can help on their overall cyber program.
Okay,
Absolutely.
understood.
And sir,
Understood. Understood.
just to add up to this, now that DPDP, as I said, it's a blessings for the cybersecurity companies because although it is connected to a privacy, right, but it is ultimately connected to a data security, right, or a data privacy. Uh, why it's a blessings for us? Because it is in a nutshell, it states that there are certain penalties it would come if you do not comply to a DPDP, right? Now, any CISO or any DPO would like to always take the responsibility of it, but he would always like to have some sort of accountability goes on somebody. So tomorrow he's not going to lose a job stating that somebody has been managing. I've done my best part, they've done their best part, but somewhere we may have a lacking on those particular lines as well. So while those penalties are going to come, CISO is ensuring that he take the whole accountability by hiring an internal team. He'll lose a job if something goes wrong. So avoid these consequences also. Outsourcing will definitely increase in the cybersecurity industry.
Great, great. Thanks a lot for this explanation. I understood your point. Just in addition to this DPDP guidelines, so they are being made mandatory, or is there any date from which the enterprises have to comply with it?
So rules are published 5 days back, sir. There are certain rules are applicable from day one. There are certain
Okay.
rules are going to be applicable in other 6 to 8 months, and there are other rules are going to be applicable in 1 year of the time. But it's a mandate, and it has no connection of size of the company or the industry it is belong to. It says that whosoever collect the data, whosoever transmit and store the data, has to make sure that to secure the data and maintain the privacy of the user. The consent, without consent, you can't take that, right? So the interpretation of rules are is already there on the internet or on the ministry website, but ultimately this is going to result because the penalty thing is a scariest thing that everybody would look at first and then ensure that they have all the controls, all the peoples in place, so that the penalty does not come to that organization.
What is the level of penalty? Is it running into few
It
crores,
is
or is
starting
it?
with 10 lakh rupees. It is ending at 250 crore rupees.
Okay, great. That means if I just understood what you have mentioned in last 10 minutes, then that means we have great future ahead. Maybe in next 1 or 2 years, we'll be hitting the balls out of the park, because if all this is being made mandatory even in a gradual manner, then there
Correct.
will be a lot of business coming to not only to us, but to all the cybersecurity companies, right?
Absolutely, sir. So that itself has taken the industry, that the industry which was supposed to be around $10 billion, the recent DSCI report stated that it is definitely going to be $20 billion in next 2 to 3 years of the time as well. So it has almost doubled the whole of a market with the DPDP coming into a picture. Yeah.
Great, great. Thanks a lot, and wish you all the best. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. We'll take the next question from Mr. Imran.
Yeah, hi. Thanks for the opportunity. And first of all, congratulations on the great set of numbers, Sunny. Mike, I've got two questions. First is, how are we planning to handle the OEM cost fluctuations or dependence, like in order to maintain the profit margins? Do we already have something in place, or do we planning to have our flagship product in the future to cater to our MSSP and VAPT needs?
So we'll do both. One, we'll
Mhm.
have an OEM moving forward as well, and we'll have certain of our proprietary tools and the products and the agents on the AI is what we are building right now. And certain product we are getting it using a technology transfer or a joint IP associations, which are already made, during our IPO stage. While on the OEM part, how we are ensuring that the cost will not get fluctuated. With most of the OEMs we are working for last 3 to 5 years, we are on a premium tier of all these OEMs. And what we are giving right now is a right set of commitment on, let's take it, it's a SIM with the right set of commitment on how much of storage we are going to use or how much of EPS it is going to come. Although we are not paying anything in advance, but what we are ensuring that give that commitment and bind them into the numbers or the license cost, consistent for 3 years of the time as well. Right. So that is a way with the higher set of commitment in the higher tier, with the 3 years of the commitment we are binding with the PO which we are issuing customer to customer to them.
Sure. Thanks, Sanjeev, for this. My second and last question is, considering the long-term strategic goals of the company, as you said, cybersecurity is not the future, it's the present. So is there any benchmark target that we aspire to achieve as in how much the company big wants to be? And would you like to give any revenue or growth or customer guidance for the next few years?
Absolutely. So I've already stated in my vision 2030, we would like to be at least 80 to 100 million dollar revenue company in the coming time.
Sure, sure. Thank you so much for your answers, and I wish you great, huge good luck in the future. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. We have a caller request. Uh, Please go ahead and ask your question. Let's take the next question from Mr. Prathamesh.
Hello. Hello, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, you're audible.
Sir, first of all, congratulations on your successful IPO listing. Sir, I have three questions. First one is, if you see last 3 years, the revenue trend is around on an average 100% year-on-year growth. So can we expect it in for next 1 to 3 years same trend? First question. So the second question is about our customer base. So how we onboarding our customers, how we approach to our clients. This is my second question. And third question, sir, if we have client, if we have agreement with the for cyber security to the client. Suppose if any breach happen during those agreement, is there any penalty clauses there, or how we deal with those kind of instances? These are my three questions. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you, Prathamesh ji. With respect to growth, this year we are aiming at the growth of at least 50% of year-on-year growth compared to our last year's. I understand the last 3 years growth was close to 100%, but at certain level you have a growth which becomes, not exactly the 100, but yes, to make sure that we grow exponentially. That was the whole object of our IPO, to go global, so that we have the money coming in the dollars and not in the Indian rupees, but still the operations are run from here, and we get the money which is converted from dollar to an Indian rupees, so have a higher margins and a higher revenue growth that we can actually maintain it for years. We already started putting a lot of efforts to make sure that we again come to that stage to make sure to maintain that particular revenue growth in the coming years. So you can definitely expect that. Number one. Number two is I on the cybersecurity, the if something goes wrong with the customer, that's the third question of yours. So we already have indemnity, we already have error and omissions insurance or a cyber insurance taken by our own companies. And if something goes wrong, the first is the whole RCA, which is done, the root cause analysis, whether there's a lack of thing from our side or from the customer side, or something which is not given by the customers on our SOC to onboard and everything. So all that root cause analysis or audit being conducted by the external agency, and insurance agency makes sure to pay that particular amount. But with the blessings of the God, till now, those emission and error insurance have not come into an effect, or there are no claims made by the customers as of now. And I think the second question, if you can help me repeat that question, sir.
So customer base, how we onboard
Okay.
new customers.
So we always ensure to go to those regulated, the markets. So regulated markets, as in like RBI has a framework, SEBI has a framework. There are 14 regulatory bodies in India have got their own framework. So tapping those customers has always been a prime target for us, not only in India, but across the globe as well, right? Because uh, rules like DPDP, rules like the CB frameworks are not only in India, it has been published by SEC in USA as well, in Middle East as well, and many other countries as well. So regulated customers are always our prime target, going, meeting them, conducting some events, showcasing our capabilities over that events. But yes, our entry point to many of our customers is always showcasing their open doors, doing a kind of a maturity assessment for our customers as a POC to showcase them what is their current security postures or how easy it is for anybody to come into your organizations and breach your organizations by doing some sort of offensive security activities. So we come out with a report in like 3 to 5 days of the time when the customers feel happy about the report. They talk about what requirements they have. Obviously, every customers with a new vendor start with maybe a one-time engagement, but right now we are, listed entity, which also gives us an edge to tell to our customers to gain more trust, right? We are also complied with SOC 2 Type 2 and rest of the other, global frameworks as well. So we make sure to take that smaller project of some, 10,000 to $15,000 or maybe $5,000, and then we ensure to upsell that customer to our managed services in the coming time as well.
Okay. Thank you, sir, and best wishes for your future, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. We'll take the next question from Mr. Anshul Mehta.
Anshul, can you unmute and speak?
We have a caller request. We'll take the question. Please unmute yourself and ask the question.
Hello.
Yes.
Hello.
Yes, we can hear you, sir.
Okay. Yeah. Hi, Sunny. I have one query. Like मैंने थोड़ा सा लेट ज्वाइन किया था, तो मैं वो सुन क्लियरली उसको मतलब बाद में आपने उसको मेंशन किया था. आपका कौन से फाइनेंशियल ईयर में है विजन $80-100 million?
So it's not a $200 million, sir. We are aiming it to grow to at least $80 to $100 million company in next 5 years of the now.
5 years means financial year 30-31,
which is
right?
2030.
Yes,
Yeah.
2030.
2030. तो 2030 में अगर आप $80 million ले जाना चाहेंगे, तो उसके लिए तो आपको 80 आई थिंक ऑलमोस्ट 100% CAGR पे ग्रो करना पड़ेगा.
Absolutely, sir. Absolutely, sir.
तो अभी अपना जैसे इस फाइनेंशियल ईयर आप 50-60% ग्रोथ टारगेट कर रहे हैं, तो 100% CAGR पे ग्रो करने का कॉन्फिडेंस आपको कहाँ से आ रहा है? क्या क्या लीवर्स हैं जहां से आप ये उम्मीद कर रहे हैं कि 100% पे भी ग्रो कर सकते हैं अपन फॉर नेक्स्ट 4-5 years?
Correct, sir. So the first object of our IPO is to go global, sir, because there were certain limitations with the domestic markets. And then the domestic market also has certain of the competitions, which definitely, I mean, we cannot be that optimistic with the domestic market to ensure that we keep a same pace for the growth and go to the same level of what we have achieved in the past. Keeping that in mind, we have kept the object of going global, sir. Right now, the lever is the global lever. We are ensuring that we have a right, the captains we are recruiting across the continents. Those are not the new be in the cybers, but they have been in this cyber working for some of the larger organizations, be a part of our company and ensure to divert some of the customers account or their customer base to us to make sure that we become one of the global and one of the fastest growing company from Bharat, sir. So the only lever that we have is a global lever, sir, and we are working extensively, aggressively towards achieving that. And that's what is making us very optimistic about our future.
ओके सो अभी तक आपने कोई ग्लोबली कोई क्लाइंट एक्वायर किया है या
Yes,
आगे अभी
absolutely, sir.
आगे
I
करेंगे?
think you joined late. So I had discussed some of the case studies of the customers that we have acquired. So while we are recruiting, some of the people in UAE, while they're already on a notice period, they started doing a GTM for us or for our company to divert some of the customer account. And from that, we have got a one customer account whose order book is 3 crore rupees, out of which 2 crore rupees is already billed in H1. 1 crore will be billed in other H2 as well, sir. It's a K-12, a tech company, our largest tech company in UAE, and we are getting a revenue from that as well, right? Second is while they are already joining us, or some of them are joined, to ensure that not going with the right or not going directly to our customers, we are forging a couple of partnerships with the existing company on staff augmentation as well, because the India has got a talent. TechD has got a talent generation machine, and that is our university partnerships and other things. So we are big time batting on to a staff augmentation service of sending resources from here to some other countries, as to make sure that we do not have to wait for the whole sales life cycle to close in next 2 to 3 months, but resources can be deployed if the resource availability are there in the customer shortlisting, interviewing, and selecting that resources from our company as well, right? So through this channel partnerships, through our the people which we are recruiting, we are making sure to go to our next levels.
Okay, got it, got it. Thanks, Sunny, and all the best for your future. Right.
Thank you, sir. We'll take the next question from Mr. Aziz. Please unmute yourself to ask the
Yeah, yeah,
question.
yeah, yeah. First of all, congratulations for your the good listing. And Sergi, what I can see in our past performance, our net profit in 2024 was 3 crores, and it shot up to 8 crores in 2025. Approximately how much should we expect in 2026, sir, net profit? Approx.
Sir, as I said, I mean, cannot able to give you some sort of a forward looking, but H1 results are already, sir, published,
Yeah,
where we have
yeah, yes, sir.
showcased the excellence in our, the increase in the profit margin will ensure to, have the profit margin maintained in the coming time as well.
Okay. And my second question is actually every you could have seen in the market the peers as well as the any stock listed company will declare the dividend, which will give the confidence and boost to the stakeholders, as well as it shows the strength in the market also. So should we expect dividends, sir, this year?
Khilesh, if you could take up this question.
Yes,
Hello.
we as per listed company, so our board, we will put this question to our board. If boards agree, that we will definitely go for that. If is anything change, we will definitely announce on the same on NSC. But as we are profit making company, you can be a positive on that side. And we are also want to reward in future to our long term investor. So we'll definitely we can't miss comment or anything right now, but you can be a positive on this side.
Okay. And my third question is, are you planning to set up any, our existence in Hyderabad, sir? Because Hyderabad and Bangalore are the most, famous, and as well as the overall in throughout the global, their existence available. So I hope, being I'm also a shareholder, so I'm expecting your presence in Hyderabad as well as in Bangalore for the more exposure as well as the market existence.
Correct, sir.
Yeah.
To answer this question, sir, we are right now having a presence in 3 cities, not only in Ahmedabad, but we have a presence in Bombay and in Pune. Although they are a smaller team, but we already have the presence, and now the team are increasing on those both the part. As I said, we are right now using our proceeds to get people for the two of the regions, South India, which was weak for us, and East India, which is
East
weak
Asia.
for us, right? We are targeting good amount of customer. There's a good pipeline which is built as well. Once we have a good sort of revenue on the board or the commitments on the board, we'll think of opening up in the South India as well.
Yeah, yeah. Because everywhere, sorry, you could have seen that in throughout USA, Middle East, 80 or 70% of personnel are from these two areas only. If you have the staff, if you have the the warriors in this area, in marketing as well as, they may bring a lot of business to us also from Hyderabad as well as the Bangalore. That is my just
Correct.
opinion, sir, from the
Correct.
layman perspective.
No, no, so the
Yeah.
point well taken, and we'll take it into the consideration, sir.
Yeah. Because these two cities only dominating throughout the world.
Correct.
Everywhere if you go, you can see tech guy from Hyderabad, tech guy from Bangalore. So if you have the people from this area, we can have more exposure. We can get a lot of business, sir. This is my request. That's it.
Correct, sir. Correct, sir.
Yeah,
Point well
yeah.
taken and noted, sir. Thank you.
Welcome, sir. That's it, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. We'll take the next question from Mr. Sid.
Hi, am I audible?
Yes, you're audible,
Yes.
sir.
Hi, hi Sunny. It's a great listing, and congratulations for a good, the set of numbers what you've given. I have two, three questions. I thought let me bring in.
Sure.
You said you're operating in three locations: Pune, Bangalore, Pune, Mumbai, and Ahmedabad.
Correct.
So, do you have any breakup in terms of how many people you have on board? If you can share, that's one question. The second
Correct.
question is basically on if you compare your peers, is that Tech InfoSec is a direct competitor, or do they have a different products? That's second question. And the third question is, how do you retain your employees? So, is there anything ESOPs, etc. you've given, etc., and you'd be able to hold on people, etc. So, how is that you're trying to do? Thank you.
Correct, sir. So to answer your first question, sir, we have a larger amount of presence in Ahmedabad because out of 7 universities, there are 4 universities we are right now working with are in Gujarat. So there are a lot of resources getting trained coming out of our own universities, and a talent is what we are absorbing as well. So one, we are generating from our own university and revenue also, and then we are making sure to deploy and employ and deploy them to our customers location to generate. So that says we are anyway with the global capability center is what we are building, which is our GSOC, will have a larger amount of people, in Ahmedabad only. Currently, if you ask me, out of 170 people as on this date, which are employed, this is, I'm talking about full-time employees. I'm not talking about those interns strength. These are all full-time employees that are employed, out of which, sir, 100 and, 20 odd resources are sitting out of Ahmedabad. Rest other resources are sitting out of Pune and Mumbai. Mumbai, we have got a team of 23 people, and the rest other are in Pune because we have got a larger customer base now in Pune as well. So there are people that are deployed at Pune, sir. But that is the first question answer, sir. The second question of yours about the peers. So they are a product company, sir. We are into a category of an MSSP right now, which is a managed security services provider. So it's not a direct competitions because we have certain of the other Gartner listed product that we use for vulnerability management, and on a top of it, we give a services to our customers. So not we don't have much of a direct competitions with the peers which are listed or the other listed cybersecurity company. But as I said, if you listen to the whole conversation, sir, right now we are a pure play services company, but there are certain agreements signed for tech transfers, for joint IPs, or there is a R&D unit which we already set up, sir. So in the coming time, there are products we are also going to have. So it will make us differentiate with other peers as well. We'll have our own products. We'll have our own services units, and we'll ensure to give this MSSP as a service to our customers as well. Right. And the third question is, I forgot that third question. If you could repeat that, sir.
Yeah, the third question is, sorry, I forgot. Yeah, thanks for the answer. So
Thank you.
Best wishes.
Thank you.
Thank you. We'll take the next question from Mr. Chetan.
Hi, Mr. Sunny. Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
My question to you is more of a statement that I want to make and want your confirmation on whether you think the same as well. Do you believe that the SOC business unit that you have will end up being like the next PPO or KPO revolution in India, wherein essentially like how PPO and KPOs were outsourced to India during the early 2000s, and it ended up becoming a multi-billion-dollar industry. Do you anticipate something similar for these, SOC 24/7 SOC support as well? And if that is the case, do you anticipate customers globally to basically set up their or outsource their operations to Indian companies such as yours?
Correct. So I agree to your statement, what you have been making, because SOC is one requirement that is becoming a mandate for all the companies which are either regulated or unregulated, or it is becoming a mandatory control or a security control, even when a customer is right now going and onboarding, as a supplier with some of the larger companies as well. So keeping that mandates in the mind, people are definitely going ahead with this SOC services in the moving time. And that is the reason we are creating a 230-seater SOC that is the largest in Asia, right? Which will have not only the serving of IT SOC, but will have an OT flavor as well, which is operational technology like monitoring the power plants or the solar plants, and then a vehicle SOC. Vehicle is something we are creating first in India. Uh, by the time the idea may replicate in the future, we'll have our SOC set up and the customers onboarded on that as well, which will monitor autonomous vehicles, unmanned drones, or the unmanned defense vehicles, and there are smart driverless cars and everything as well. So yes, the SOC will be the next revolution, or an MSSP would be a next revolution on that as well, right? So I hope that answer your question, sir.
Yeah, just one small follow-up on this. I'm interested to understand what kind of benefits does a customer in the US get from outsourcing to India, especially cost benefit? How much of cost is he saving on a FTE if he were to hire someone for an SOC role in the US versus the same role with, let's say, TechD here in India?
So if you want to have an SOC of yours there in US, so let's say there are two ways. I mean, we talk about two concepts. One is their internal SOC, where he wanted to set up the internal SOC and manage it. Second is he wants to have a SOC provider in US, and third we are talking about a SOC provider in India. To hire an SOC, you can say that the internal SOC people, they'll have to have a manager, L3, L2, and the L1 guys. And all in total, if you calculate the average salaries of all those guys, would go not less than average, on an average salary of a one person would be 80K to 100K per annum in USD in US. So they definitely would not like to have an internal SOC. Even if we go with the US companies, would be in millions of dollar. But coming back to India, the cost is the only one benefit. And how we are winning this. So you have to understand how we are winning this. We grab a contract from one of the MSSPs in UAE, right, which is a K-12 edtech company, which I'm talking about, on two factors. The one factor is the cost, and second factor is the speed. So we came and told them, boss, this is not being monitored rightly. Then you have to showcase them also that is it really, what Sunny is telling or his team is telling making sense or not. And once you have given them a black and white picture, we come and tell them, boss, this is, I mean, you don't require only three resources to manage in three shift. You really require eight guys to do it. And if we are able to do it with this eight guys, with the same ticket size of the value, with a certain of 5% of the discount, the customer is going to come and give us at least for a year time as well, right? An SOC is something which is like, a marriage, right? So it's like the customer will come on board the whole infrastructure. He'll not think of changing it because to change also, they'll have to have some time taken from the existing vendor to get the logs, get all the data, migrate it to some other SOC. And it's a huge task, right? So it's like a marriage, right? So anybody at least gets married for 3 to 5 years of the time with a vendor. And now that you have indemnity, other insurance and other things, the customers are not worrying, right? If something, even one incident happens, rather paying penalties, my vendor would be paying from the insurance, as well. Yeah.
Got it. Thank you so much, Mr. Sunny.
Thank
Wishing
you.
you the
Yeah.
best.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. We'll take the next question from Mr. Sid.
Yeah, hi. Sorry, am I audible?
Yes, you're audible, sir.
Okay, yeah. So my third question was basically cybersecurity is a niche talent. So how do we attract talent and how do we retain on the talent perspective?
Okay. So that's a differentiator for TechD, sir. We create talent. I mean, we are the one who are generating a lot of talent through our university partnerships as well, right? And with the global capability center is what we are making. What we are going to do is we are going to take some of the good minds or the best minds out of all our universities, not joining us from the after the last year of the engineering, but joining us from the third year of the engineering itself, right? So they are definitely going to work with us for 2 years of the time. After which, what we'll be doing is we generally, issue the PPO to them as well, to so that they work for another 1 year or 1.5 year for that time as well. And that's how we retain the talent for at least 2 to 3 years, coming to us and working for our own organizations on that. But this is I'm talking about freshers. For mid to senior level people, we are already in the process of designing our ESOPs, or rather a TechD cybersecurity wealth plan 2026. So that is already in the process right now, and we will be launching our wealth plan, which includes ESOPs or the phantom stocks in the coming financial year, sir.
Okay,
Yes,
thank you so much.
and
And just one, yeah, just
yes, sir.
one
And I
follow-up
also
question
want
on
to add
this.
that
Yeah,
we
yes,
have
please.
spent very good amount on a staff welfare, which also include the certification programs. We provide them certification program. We provide them trainings for the ready to get in a major roles, and we also put extra efforts on them. Just like we provide them many perks along with that. Like medical benefits and all of that to just means they have to get insured that we have to take with us.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Thanks. Just one follow-up question on this is, see, services is generally it is derived in two areas. One is product delivery, and the other one is obviously time and material. So, in your billing, do you have it is based on the efforts of the tasks you get the billing, or are there any time and material billings happening from your billings?
Okay, so for any one-time activity, sir, the whole billing would be based on the man days or the man months of for whatsoever the scope we have defined and the effort estimates are given. This whole billing is on the man day rate, right? And for staff augmentation activity, the minimum billing is for a year, and it's and for a managed security services billing also, as I said, there's a license billing and then there is a man-month billing for the resources or for the services as well, right? And the fourth model is irrespective of which licenses or which technology that we are going to bring in, if we are going to give this 10 services as a managed service and create a whole of a program, irrespective of which license or anything, there's a billing goes every quarter. But there we have a benefit of, let's say we can put 2 resources or 5 resources or maybe 10 resources to get this particular thing done. It is all up to us. The customer is outsourcing based on the SLAs of the services, what they are defining, and the delivery timelines of what they are defining to us.
Thanks for the clarification. Best wishes.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you all for a very engaging discussion. I now invite the management to share their closing remarks.
So thank you, Siddhi, for moderating the session and anchoring the sessions. And thank you all our shareholders, are some of the customers, partners, friends, and the family members. I must say thanks a lot for giving a wonderful response. Be it the subscription for our over subscription for our IPO or for a listing, or also making sure to trust that you have put in us, or the belief that you have in us, right, will definitely ensure that the belief will not go in the vain. I always say that it's not a future anymore, it's a present, and cybersecurity will be a game changer in the coming time. With our aspirations, which are really high, and the team, which is really young, passionate, and I would say that cybersecurity is in the blood of everyone. Whenever we get people, we do not much see the degrees, we do not much see much of the things, but we really see that the right mindset is there. And with this right mindset, with this right, the aggressions and the passionate people that we have, will definitely do the coming wonders, wonders in the coming future as well. Thank you for joining this call, and thanks a lot.
Thank you, everyone.
On behalf of TechD Cybersecurity Limited, I thank you all for joining today's call. You may now disconnect.
If you found this video helpful, please like, share and subscribe to Concall India for latest upcoming Concall.